Hi everyone, Danya here. I thought I'd bring you this technique on how I colored my my dragonflies that I submit on the samples I submitted to the Stamps of Life. I know a few of you have asked, and it's so easy. But you just have to, it gets ugly before it gets pretty. Let's just put it that way. The first thing I do is I stamp the images down on scrap paper. This isn't fancy cardstock. This is stuff that I think I picked up at Walmart. And I put it down on my surface, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere it with a piece of vellum on top. So you either, tape it down, or however you hold your paper down. I'm using these magnets. Grab either water markers like the Stamps of Life carries, or I'm going to do it also with alcohol markers, so you can see that it works with either one. So pick colors that work pretty together. Like, in other words, don't avoid blending purple with yellow or green and red, because you might get an ugly color. That works well if that's what you're looking for, but I want to try to get bright wings. So I just go over the wings that I see, and I just go back and forth. You can color outside the lines, preferably. And then take as many colors as you want, and just, until you get a blend that you like. And I think I'm going to top it off with blue. And it's so pretty. You can see when you start blending, you start getting these gorgeous colors. Like, it's turning into almost a purple up on top. And then you could always go back over and add some more. I usually like to add darker towards the base. And now you do have to put this aside and let it dry for a second. So while this is drying, here's another one that I did, and I'll be cutting that one out too. Let's work on this one here. With this one, I'm going to demo the alcohol markers. All right, so these are the markers I grabbed. These are inexpensive markers. They're shuttle art markers. You could use Copic markers, but I have these markers laying around, as they're inexpensive, and I use them for techniques like this. And do the same thing. Just fill in the wings. And then let's try the purple. See how the purple goes with the blue. Again, this is going to blend out. If you don't want, it's pulling a lot of the blue out, but that's okay. I'll clean it out. Okay, there we go. I guess the best way to do is to work into it. There you go. Work into it so you can see the... And then this is like an aqua color. And then you could always add another layer, which I'm going to do. Okay, I think it was a lot easier with the water markers than it was with the alcohol markers, but both work and both have to dry. So I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to go ahead and come back and show you what I do next. Okay, so now that it's all dry, we can cut it out. So all you have to do is line up the dye right over what you colored. And I'm going to tape that down. Tape that down. And now I'm just going to go ahead and give me a second. I'm going to run it through the die cutting. Once you run it through the die cutting machine, there might be some areas that did not grab any color, and that's really simple. You just go in and fill it in. I mean, no brainer here on what you need to do. And actually, adding another coat might just smooth it out a little bit too. And so since this is wet, I wanted to try something as well. I grabbed a shimmer pen and just very lightly add some shimmer to it. By the way, this only takes a second to dry. So I'm just going to put it aside for a second. And I'm going to grab the blue one that I did with the alcohol markers. I think I might add another coat to this. Whew, that's wet. Again, work in to keep the purple. Okay, I'm really liking the water ones better. The water-based markers better for this technique. Honestly, I think I did the ones in the sample, I did use the alcohol. I wonder if I used my Copics, because these aren't... Again, let's cut it out. I'm not going to toss it out. Let me add some shimmer to this as well. Oh, come on. You mean to tell me you're all dried out? Okay, I'm going to have to add some water. Okay, we'll put that aside. And there was another one that I did here that I'm also going to cut out. So let me go cut all these out. Okay, so I went ahead and cut everything out. Everything's dry. And this is one that I did off screen. This one I did with Bic markers. And I'm giving you all these options because if you have it on hand, you don't have to run out and buy it. There's nothing more frustrating than watching a video and not having the products. Let me take it to the next step now, and we're going to build our dragonfly. At this point, you can choose what kind of background, what kind of shadow you want to give it. For instance, here's one that I've completed. So play around with backings, and I'm going to go get some backings, and I'm going to go cut the body, and I'll assemble them on here so you can watch. Okay, I went ahead and cut out the bodies and the backings, the shadows, and try to decide what I want to do here. So all I basically do is attach the dragonfly to the shadow. And then now I'm going to I cut this whole one out in silver metallic paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip the wings. Say the wings because you could use this for something else. This is pretty paper. So I'm going to put this with my dies and stamps, and maybe I could use it on another project. Now you can color the body, and the body also has sections in it, so you can cut that out and add different colors if you want. But for this illustration, I'm just going to try to keep it as simple as possible. I'm going to go ahead and glue the body down. And then at this point, I would add dimensional paint in black to the eye, but my bottle is clogged. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a gem, and I'm just going to glue it in there. It comes with a backing, but give it a gem. And there's Dragonfly number 1. Now, I use that same silver paper for the backing of another one. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to go ahead and glue the body. Ugh, not on my map. Just trying to run out of glue. Not a good thing when you're doing a video. And lay down that. And then I decided to cut the body out of glitter for this one. This one I didn't cut the whole thing out. I just cut, so that's not going to do me any good. And lay the body down on this one. And again, I'm going to add a gem. Stick. Stick, not to my hand. Stick. There. Okay, that one's pretty too. And then for the last one, I want to show something else that you can do. First of all, let's glue the body down like I did the other ones. This is the one that I did with the alcohol marker. And this glue's going to come out. Come on. This is a specialty paper that I have in my stash. The opposite side of this is like a tan, and that's what I cut to use the body. So let me trim it off, the wings. And put that down. Wow, for not having glue in this bottle, it's sure coming out pretty fast now. It's gonna cause my paper to warp. Now to tie in that gold body, I grabbed a gold glitter pen, and I know that the stamp set comes with swirls that you could put in the wings, but I don't want to go through the process of trying to stamp on these wings, so I'm just gonna go ahead and freehand it. You could add other things too if you want. And And this as well has to dry so it doesn't smear. I got glue all over. Luckily this glue dries clear. And we can add eyes to that as well. Now he's got 2 eyes. He has 2 eyes. I do have a tool for this to pick up gems somewhere on my desk. There we go. And so now we have this butterfly, or dragonfly, excuse me. And then the other one that I did off screen. So that's it. Easy peasy. Hopefully you girls try this, or I should say you guys and girls. Try this and let me know what you think. Have a great day.